Hello guys, in today's video we're driving this 2024 Kia Carnival SX. This is Kia's minivan that took replacement of the Kia Sedona. As you guys can tell from this angle, you can't really actually tell that it is a minivan. Lots of stuff, lots of upgrade, lots of feature, lots of space. And Kia designed this Carnival to not actually look like a minivan, but from a side view you can see it's a minivan, but from the front angle it looks like an SUV. I also do want to mention this vehicle is located at Performance Kia. Address is 4225 Bernie Avenue, Music, PA. Zip code is 18507. If you want to know where this vehicle is located, that's where it's located. Alright guys, let's go over a few things inside this Carnival. Okie dokie. So this driver's seat is designed for all types of sizes and space. As in, I'm about 6 feet tall, I'm seated comfortably. I think if I was 6'6", I do have a lot of adjustables on my side of here where I can adjust this seat to my height, and that is something that Kia did awesome with. Very crisp gauge cluster. And then as you see here, you can change your different drive modes and get different illuminations each time you change your mode. Very high resolution here on the screen. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Although there is something that kind of confused me a little bit, is there's no physical home button that'll take you back to your regular settings if you don't want to use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. A lot of cool features and functions in here, like you get your built-in navigation, CarPlay, Android Auto, rear climate control, passenger talk, and that's pretty sweet. If everyone's being bad in the back, you can yell to them and say, hey, calm down. But you also get passenger view, which is very nice. That way you could see if anyone has their seatbelts on and whatnot. I'm kind of glad that it's showing you basically the night version of it, which is like a different type of view, which is pretty awesome. That way at night you can also look in the back and see as well. You can also talk to them as well. Nice cool thing. And I love that Kia, if you click setup and then vehicle, it'll show you all your safety features, like your driver convenience, forward safety, just in case you're not 100% set on like understanding the features. You do have the ability to do so. Kind of sweet and cool. Down here, this is a touchable unit, so you can press it and you'll get all of your quick little access features. You get your climate control, dual climate control. This is a shifter for your 8-speed automatic transmission. Get wireless phone charger where my phone's sitting. A couple USB ports, different drive modes, auto hold, and then here you get heated and then ventilated seats for driver and passenger. On this SX model, there's not a heated steering wheel. And if you press here, you get a 360 surround view camera. You can actually do it at different angles, from the top, from the sides, just in reverse. And every time you turn your steering wheel, it'll show you where you're heading and how your tires are going to turn as well. A lot of physical buttons here on the steering wheel, voice commands, cruise control, adaptive cruise control. You have your turn signals and then your windshield wipers. Turn down that, and you also get your fog lamps. Then we get about 20 different settings for illumination on your screen, lane keeping assist, buttons to open up your rear hatch, and then we also have memory settings, power folding mirrors. A lot of cool things in this Carnival. Now let's hop in the second row, because that's where the fun begins. And I love how you can easily get in and out of this second row. Awesome job doing that. So on the SX Prestige model, you do get rear entertainment here. You do have a little bit of storage, cup holders, and we have a 115 volt outlet, and we have a 12 volt outlet. And then we have USB ports on driver and passenger seat, and there goes some extra adjustables in case you want to move your seats. Up here we have your rear climate control, which is pretty awesome, and you can lock that rear climate control in case kids are fighting in the back. Rear camera, and then up top we have your light switches. And I think I like about the SX model is you can different adjustables on this seat. Easy to get into this third row. In the third row you have a decent amount of leg room. Up top we have window shades, cup holders, USB ports, and this second row seat, if you actually, there we go, actually pull that, you can use it as cup holders, a little spot to put a couple phones. Legroom in the back is pretty decent as well. And guys, I'm 6 feet tall and I climbed in the back and got out pretty good. And the thing I like about this package is you have the option to take out that second seat in the middle. You can just pull it completely out. That way you can have your captain seats to go in the back or not. And then if you want to add, if you do have another passenger with you, do have the option to put it back in and use it. The button to close this door is actually right here. Do get a power lift gate. Just a push of a button right there. Lots of cargo room, which is why Kia actually designed this Carnival. A lot of loading room. I mean, you can put a lot of stuff in here. Step one. Let's put this headrest down. There we go. And then you have a full flat floor after you put that second. The third row is down as well. A little bit of storage in here. Lots of room in this Kia Carnival. I mean, I can't even tell you how many suitcases you can put in the back. Do get a 115 volt outlet, and then we also have a 12 volt as well. And then one, clamp down, two, and then the seat is set back. There's the button to close it. And I love the way that Kia designed this Carnival. Get a big light bar at the back, tail lights, black rims. Now tire and wheel setup, we have 235 55 rim size 19s. There goes their side view cameras up under your side mirrors. And I love the way that they designed this front end. We do have bright headlights, daytime running lights, and then our fog lights down here at the bottom. Parking sensors in the front. This, all of this front end just looks pretty sweet, nice. Nice job designing this Carnival. Also get roof rails up top to put extra luggage. Now price on this car is just under $44,000. As tested, the Carnival prices start around like 32, and then after options and trim levels goes up from there. Let's take a look at this funky little key fob. So on this key fob, you get your remote start. You can open up your rear doors, get your lock, unlock, liftgate button, and then your panic button. Nice little key fob. Actually, let's take a look at this 3.5 liter V6 that we have up under the hood. All right, guys. This is Kia's 3.5 liter V6 fuel economy. It's 19 city, 26 highway, where power outputs being 290 horsepower and 262 feet-pounds of torque, paired up to that 8-speed automatic transmission. And I'll tell you, it's not the best on fuel efficiency, but it has a lot of power and torque. Let's take this thing for a spin. Now the turning radius on this car is pretty good. I will say the only thing that I wish that Kia could have changed on these Carnivals is to have an option to have either an all-wheel drive model, do have the option to have a hybrid model. Some of his vehicles, other competitors actually have those models, but this has the industry's leading warranty, which you can't beat. 10 years or 100,000 mileage. Your powertrain in 5 years, 60,000 or 60,000 miles on your basic. And now with this V6 and this only being a front wheel drive drivetrain, got to be careful because you do get a little bit of torque steer there. I love how adjustable the seating arrangement is for short and large drivers. Do get a nice sound system in here. It's pretty decent. Now let's talk about smoothness. This Carnival is pretty smooth. I mean, you get a little rattles in your back seats over bumps, but they're soft. I love these turn signal cameras. And I mean, this Carnival, I mean, can beat some cars that I have driven. Does have a lot of power. Picks up pretty good. I mean, just these bumps are like very soft, but a little bit of chatter in those rear seats. You put some music on, you probably rarely will hear it then. Love that speed limit sign there. I mean, this van does well. Cannot complain there at all. Now, if you want to pack your family up, I do love that option for that second seat in the middle. As at that point, I think you can either consider a 7 or 8 passenger vehicle. These heated seats, let's test them out. I'm also going to put this in sport mode. See how the transmission responds to that, see how the engine responds to that. Should feel a little bit differently. Response is definitely quicker. And I like it now that in sport mode it doesn't have to basically wait to find the next gear. We're all gonna check out Kia's highway driving system. Get blind spot indicators, and we are all clear. Do get highway driving assist, adaptive cruise control, so you can set the distance between you and the car that's in front of you. Pretty sweet. And if you push up in your adaptive cruise control, you can go up and down increments of 5 miles per hour. And I love how all these buttons are actually physical right here in front of you. So turn this up. Now this lane keeping system probably works for about, see, 30-45 seconds, and then it actually just tells you to keep your hands on the steering wheel. Change this drive mode back to eco. There it goes. I would say that this van would do an awesome job on a long road trip. I mean, if you want reclining rear seats and whatnot, you can go up to the SX Prestige model, but I think it reclines a decent amount now. You have a little bit more room. But I mean, the shift points, the space, the feel, the drive. I think that this Carnival is going to pull a lot of people away from SUVs. The only thing that kind of like have a couple cons on it is the ground clearance and not being all-wheel drive. Other than that, I can't really think of any other cons that will stop you from looking at this versus an SUV. I love how crisp and high this resolution is. You can physically see everything. These heated seats work phenomenal. Quick, fast. Those turn signal cameras are sweet. I just wish out of this lineup Kia would have either a hybrid or an all-wheel drive model. There's other competitors in this class that has those vehicles. We are going to do a sound system test as well. A little bit later in this video. Steering wheel feels super light. Brakes, pedal. Although if you do slip and push this pedal down, you will get full power. This Carnival. But I mean, going around these roundabouts, everything feels pretty good. Shift points just feel phenomenal. Doesn't lag a bit. Put it in sport. Just give it a full throttle here. That adaptive cruise control works pretty well. I do foresee this being a comfortable drive, especially with a family. Let's give some buttons there. Like the pickup there is there when you need it. There's no complaints about that whatsoever. Now this adaptive cruise control, you can have it turn on when you turn your cruise control on, or you can just have it just completely not. You do have the option there as well. Let's give this sound system a test. Sound system in this Carnival is decent enough. Few final thoughts on this Carnival. Feels pretty good. Love the resolution on it. Can't miss that, especially while driving. Everything in it feels pretty good. Love the features and functions. Love the space. Uh-oh, where are we going? Love the space, love the ride. The quality, the luxury feel. Everything just feels so smooth on this Carnival. There's no complaints there at all. Show you guys how this little key fob remote start works. Alrighty, just lock it there. Then you hold. Remote start is activated, and you do have the option to turn it off. Alright guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will have a test drive video, no talking, no nothing. If you guys want to see that later, post it up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll be sure to answer as many as I possibly can, and I'll try to get that test drive in, quiet test drive, if this Carnival isn't purchased by the time comes. That'll be a wrap for today's video, guys, and I will see you guys on the next drive.